ريكورد.
اوكي
تمام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. الزميلات والزملاء المحترمون، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وأسعد الله مساءكم في هذه الأمسية الجميلة إن شاء الله، مع فعالية جديدة لشعبة الهندسة الكهربائية والإلكترونية والحاسوب والاتصالات. وستكون الأمسية هذه الليلة بصحبة الدكتورة حصة الجنيد تحت عنوان Engineering Curriculum Design Challenges and Opportunities. وقبل أن نعطي المايك للدكتورة خلينا نقدمها لكم in few words. الدكتورة حصة الجنيد is an Assistant Professor of Computer Engineering at the College of Information Technology, University of Bahrain. She received BS and Master degrees in Electrical Engineering from the University of Bahrain and obtained the PhD degree from the University of Southampton in Electronics and Electrical Engineering. She holds a postgraduate certificate in academic practice from the University of York, St. John's, UK also. Dr. Al-Junid was chairperson for the Computer Engineering Department. Her research interests include modeling and simulation of mixed signal circuits and systems and mixed disciplinary systems, brain waves modeling and analysis of brain-machine interface and robotics applications. Al-Junid is an active member with the Bahrain Society of Engineers and the Institute of Engineering and Technology, IET, UK. Dr. Al-Junid also is a fellow of the Higher Education Academy, HEA, UK. Dr. Hassan Al-Junid represented Bahrain in the International Visitor Leadership Program, IVLP, themed Advancing Women in STEAM Fields, USA. يعني بدون أي تأخير الآن نعطي المايك للدكتورة حصة الجنيد. معك دكتورة يعني 40 ل 45 دقيقة، وما يتبقى من بقية الساعة للأسئلة والمداخلات إن شاء الله. تفضل دكتورة. خلينا أعطيكي بس هوست مشان تقدري تعملي شير.
شكرا جزيلا على المقدمة.
ننوه للزميلات والزملاء بأن يبقوا المايكس أوف طيلة يعني فترة عرض الدكتورة. وشكرا.
So is my screen shared? Okay.
تمام دكتور.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. It is really my pleasure to share my experience I gained from being a member and chair of the curriculum committee in the Department of Computer Engineering and the College of Information Technology for several years, where we really developed a quite large number of programs in the recent past years. To start with, I would like to say that I always receive questions from students and graduates regarding courses. For example, they ask why we have this course in our program, or why we need to study all those courses of math and science. Above all, the question of why most of the content and the courses are theories and not practice. And here they are comparing with technical schools and polytechnics. In fact, there are a set of challenging requirements for the design of any engineering curriculum. Let me first take you for a very brief history of engineering education. Early on, on the second, maybe the first and second industrial revolution, engineering education focused on preparing students by means of practical training. However, at the time, the role of science and mathematics, which is used to build system models, were not used. Then, after the Second World War, there was a need to design really complex systems, and therefore the need for engineering and science approach, which signify really a major leap in engineering education. Therefore, the scientific and mathematical context of engineering programs increased, whereas the time spent by students in labs and workshops really decreased. So before going to the main challenges, requirements of engineering curriculum design, I will state the objectives of developing such curriculum. The first objective is to develop a strong program to produce competent engineer and competitive graduates for both industries and graduate studies. The second objective is to open new career opportunities by adding contemporary knowledge areas and skills which enable graduates to adapt to changes, such as the digital transformation era and the challenges brought by the fourth industrial revolution. Then you will see that I have gathered 7 requirements or challenges and opportunities that we usually consider when developing curriculums. First, they are not in order, but I listed them in this way. When we start developing a curriculum, we look into several things. I just listed 7 of them here. So we look at the institutional requirements. We look at international accreditation, into, if available, professional societies standards, and we do benchmarking. We for sure look into the national accreditation requirement and we implement them. Also, the stakeholders' feedback. For example, from faculty, employers, those are our stakeholders of any program, students and alumni. And also we do market requirement, we consider market requirements and trends, and also we do a benchmarking of the programs with other universities for the objective of comparison. Now I am going to elaborate in each point into more details, which makes up my seminar today. The first, which is the institutional requirements, there are really many points to say here, but I will limit myself to the mentioned point, to few only points as written in this slide. So, for example, in the University of Bahrain, all enrolled students should take 4 courses. The human rights course, the Arabic language skills, the modern history of Bahrain and citizenship, Islamic, and the Islamic culture course. You will find those 4 courses in any program in University of Bahrain. For sure, the university has objectives behind including them, such as emphasis on Arabic language and Islamic culture and citizenships, other objectives that those courses are aligned with the vision and mission of the university. Also align, some courses also align with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, such as SDG number 16, which is peace, justice, and a strong institution. As you can see, those 4 courses, they like one semester for students. When we say the average is 5 courses. So this is a big requirement. We need to take it into consideration. And another point is the range of postgraduate studies option that a student could pursue at the same university or also in other universities. And for sure, programs developed should prepare students accordingly. Also at University of Bahrain, majority of the student intake for admission is from public schools, where their background should be taken into consideration. This could be done, for example, in the orientation courses or some of the first year courses. Another point is that regarding the program focus, because the institute may necessitate choosing a program focus. Most of the time the program serves the industry needs. So for example, the specialization courses, where they are, we call them in the University of Bahrain, the 400 level core and elective courses should should be designed with consideration of the focus chosen. For example, for computer engineering, the focus may be on network engineering, or it could be on cybersecurity engineering, and so on for other engineering specialization. For example, in electrical engineering or electronics engineering, the focus could be on communication more. Another point is that there could be a limitation to the intended curriculum design, and it is the faculty resources. It is the number of faculty members and the specialty of them. It is very important, especially when including certain courses, specialized certain courses. So if the specialization is not there within the faculty member, we cannot offer such specialized course. But this could be overcome by future planning and faculty professional development. For example, when the College of Information Technology decided to enhance the programs by adding a cloud computing component and courses, the college really prepared the faculty members. They really trained well in order to deliver the courses. Now, let me go for the second factor here, which is the international accreditation. Engineering programs are seeking external accreditation, and we are at the University of Bahrain. All the programs of engineering and computing, the College of Engineering and the College of IT are accredited by ABET. ABET is the accreditation board of engineering and technology. And why is that? It is to ensure that graduates have met the educational requirements necessary to enter the profession. ABET has 8 criteria for engineering programs. Comprises students, requirement on other things, for example, program educational objectives, the student outcomes, continuous improvement, curriculum, faculty, facilities, and institutional support. Now, for the curriculum, the criterion states 3 main requirements. There are so many details regarding the ABET accreditation, but here I just put a few of the requirements that really it has a strong effect on designing the curriculum. The number 1 requirement is that there should be a 1 year of combination of college level mathematics and basic sciences. This is an equivalent of 2 academic semesters. In credit calculations, it is a 30 credit hour. Another record, so imagine here the amount of math and basic science courses that we need to include in all engineering programs because of the ABET accreditation. Another requirement is that 1.5 years of engineering topics consisting of engineering sciences and design. Engineering design is important here. This comprises of 45 to 45 credits. Also, as I said, there are so many things, but here I wrote 3. So also a general education component that complements the technical content of the curriculum. Here, the courses of the English, humanities, ethics, the 4 university requirement, and so. As I said, there are fine details. If you would like to know more, here I put the link to the ABET if you don't know about the ABET accreditation. For example, there are a specific requirement for the math courses. For example, one of the rules ABET saying is that if the program has an identifier of computing or computer in the name of the degree, then discrete math should be in the curriculum. Another fine requirement about basic sciences, that at least there are 2 basic sciences. So now if we have students with us today, they will understand why they need to study, for example, 2 courses of physics and 1 chemistry. This is to make like 12 credits, because the courses in the University of Bahrain of 4 credits, and the remaining will go for the mathematics. Now, let me go to another point, which is the professional societies standards. Here, we really benefit really much from using the professional societies standards. Leading professional societies has taken the effort to tailor curriculum recommendations, such as the collaboration happened between the ACM and the IEEE Computer Society. The standard is for the computing degrees. For example, the computer engineering, the software engineering, the computer science, information systems, cybersecurity added recently. We really appreciate their effort because we really, it has a great impact on the design of our curriculums in the College of IT. Now, a few just information about this standard. And if you want to know more about it, just please click on the link. The standard categorizes the main subjects into what is called a body of knowledge. Each is divided into units and each include list of topics. When we used the standard, I remember when we did the computer engineering development in 2018, we did a detailed mapping and this is with the help of all the recommendation in the document to ensure that the number of hours required for each body of knowledge for each subject is covered in the courses. Here in this slide, I just put screenshots from the standard. It is a very big standard, a very big document. For example, for computer engineering, the body of knowledge are 12, as shown here. For example, the circuit and electronics, computing algorithms, computer architecture and organization, digital design, and so, as you can see. Those are called the body of knowledge. Then, in the second screenshot, it is to list the topics to be included in, for example, circuit and electronics. And here they recommend that it is covered in 50 core hours. And also here, see the details that they listed all the topics. For example, 1 hour in history and overview. It means this is the first lecture we do for our students. Then 3 hours on relevant tools, standards, and engineering constraints. 4 hours on electrical quantities and basic elements, and so. So see the details we followed and we benefit from. And as you can see in the third figure, each topic has a set of details. Here you can see how the details, even in, they specified the objective of each single topic. As I said, the document is very big. It is about 150 pages with very useful details. Also, this document provide examples of curriculum. Examples, for example, a whole 4 years of curriculum example. And also they, if I remember, provided 4 types. Type A, for example, if the computer engineering program is under the administration of computer engineering, or if it is the administration from computer science or from electrical department. So here the courses will vary if the administration is different. And this is what we did really. Since the computer engineering within the College of IT. So it should be different if it is under the electrical department, for example. As I said, we really benefited from using the standards, and as a consequence, we took several actions as we revised all courses contents. We eliminated overlapping in content. We added new courses, we removed courses, we combined courses. Also, I would like to say here that we did not face any conflict between the standards and the ABET requirements. Now, let me take you to the fourth factor, which is the national accreditation. Here, the Education and Training Equality Authority, the BQA, is established in the Kingdom of Bahrain to enhance the quality of higher education. And they are conducting both programs and institutional reviews. طبعا in the University of Bahrain, most of the programs being reviewed by the BQA successfully. Here the process, if you don't know about the BQA reviews, the process involves writing a number of self-study reports. Also prepare evidence of the different activities for students, and also prepare evidence of the written academic bylaws. It also involves an institute visit, external evaluators also. They will, during the visit or during the review cycle, they will conduct interviews with faculty members. And also the process involves preparing what is called the National Qualification Framework scorecards for courses. For each course in any programs, it should have an EQF scorecard. There are a set of indicators, requirements to ensure the curriculum is fulfilling the academic standards for students and graduates, as shown here in this screenshot. Also, we really benefited from the national review, in particular, preparing the courses scorecards. The fifth factor here is the feedback we obtain from the program stakeholders. It is really to evaluate the curriculum and providing ideas and rationale. The stakeholders here are the faculty members in the departments, students, alumni, and employers. Also here, I would like to inform you that all engineering departments have what is called a PIAC, which is Program Industry Advisory Committee. That consists of employers as main stakeholders, plus alumni and other representatives from the market. In the academic program, we met with the BIAC committee at least once in a semester. To do a mutual discussion and to have their feedback on certain topics. To collect feedback from stakeholders, various methods are used, such as surveys, interviews, focus groups, and workshops. The sixth factor is market requirements and trends. In fact, conducting market study is really a good practice. And why? Because it is essential to have many things from the market. First, it is essential to gather what new knowledge and skills are required so we can equip our students with. Here I mean the skills, both technical and soft skills. Also, it is important, especially if the college would like to offer completely a new program, then the market study will help in measuring the acceptability of the new program. Also, it is essential to investigate the job market, employment, and potential new positions for engineers. For the design and implementation of the study itself, it could be done using both a quantitative or qualitative method to survey the market, but it is better to have a well-designed questionnaire to gather the data necessary to design the curriculum. Also, we can do interviews, not just a questionnaire. Interviews sometimes necessary. Also, as I said, for the stakeholder feedback, the study could be sent again to employers, partners, alumni, and industry experts. Number 7, and the last factor here, and it is really another good practice. It is comparing the intended program with national and international universities. It is really a step to learn good practices and hence work on improvement. The selected universities could be chosen if following the same accreditation body, for example. If I remember the number of universities we selected for the computer engineering, we selected 7, 4 ABET accredited universities, and also we have seen other universities accredited by other, for example, by the IET, or by national accreditation within their countries. For example, the Canadian and from Singapore and from Australia. They have their own accreditation. Also, here I would like to say that the comparison could be in many variables. It could be on the length of a study, number of total credits, number of credits for math and science courses, or what math and science courses, really, topics I mean here, or the core courses, or the range of elective courses, or we look into programs having senior project, having training, and so and so. Also, comparisons could be on the overall structure. We would like to see really how the structure of the program, for example, it is a single track, several tracks, having minor specialization, and so on. Other aspects could be the course contents and topic included, where we really benefit from this comparison. So by now I have talked about 7 factors that considered as challenges, and sometimes, as you have seen in the benchmarking using the professional society standards, it is a good thing. Then in my conclusion, then I can say that the answer to the question I raised from students at the beginning of the seminar is that the design of engineering curriculum is to create really a workable balance among many factors. What I stated is within them, and maybe more. This balance requires taking many different choices throughout the process. Also here, I would like to emphasize that each institution has its own identity in the development of programs. And regarding how often curriculum should be updated, it should be updated on a regular basis. Maybe it is known that a good practice is to update the curriculum in every 5 years. Also, the development of academic programs should be aligned with the requirement in the industry, and this is for sure. So at the end, I would like to say engineering education has undergone significant changes and for sure will evolve in the future according to the global changes. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to contact me, this is my email.
شكرا جزيلا دكتورة، الله يعطيك العافية على thank you for your very informative presentation, very specialized. And now we open the virtual floor for interventions and questions. If you have any interventions, please make it very short to finish on time. And if you have questions, please raise your hand or just open the mic and ask your question. طيب دكتور، أنا بسأل لحين ما الزملاء والزميلات يجهزوا أسئلتهم. إحنا يعني ما أدري، أنا يعني كأني ما لاحظت أنه في consideration اللي هي بري يونيفرسيتي، المدارس عندنا مدارس مهنية وفيها كريكولا يعني جيدة، وأصلا هي ديزايند أنه على أساس الناس يروحوا للإنجينيرينج يعني تراك. فكيف يعني أنتم تعملوا ألاين بين هاي المدارس وبين الكريكولا في الجامعة؟
والله أنا يعني تحدثت عن نقطة that the University of Bahrain is really considering the intake من public schools. لأن أعتقد أن يعني هم الماجوريتي في الادميشن، فلا بالعكس يعني we consider that. ويعني قمنا بأكثر من ميتينج مع وزارة التربية والتعليم regarding الصناعي. أعتقد يعني مرة حضرت ميتينج عشان شلون نستوعب مثلا طلبة الصناعي، لأن يعني بس تخصصات معينة هي اللي تقبل الطلبة. فكان الاجتماع شلون ممكن نزيد عدد البرامج اللي ممكن تقبل طلبة الصناعي، يعني مو شرط تكون برامج هندسية، ليش ما تكون من كليات ثانية. وأتذكر بعد we did a meeting with the Ministry of Education عن الكريكولم نفسه للكمبيوتر. لا بالعكس يعني we consider that. مثلا يعني ودنا أن we participate في بعض يعني البيسك المناهج البيسك اللي ممكن ويعني احنا في الجامعة ممكن أن نشارك أن we design it schools.
جميل جميل. إذا في ناس من الزملاء والزميلات عندهم أسئلة، يعني أنا ممكن كمان أسأل سؤال ثاني إذا ما في أسئلة عند الأصدقاء الموجودين معنا، اللي هو أنا عندي مشاركة كانت مع معهد البحرين للتدريب، في عندهم خلينا نقول كوميونيتي كوميتي. هل أنتم في جامعة البحرين consider this الكوميونيتي؟ طبعا أقصد فيها ممكن مصانع، ممكن شركات، ممكن يكونوا أكثر من بنوك، ممكن يكونوا يعني جهات كثيرة. طبعا في الانجينيرينج راح يكون فيها أكثر شيء على المصانع والشركات. هل عندكم يعني فيدباك من هؤلاء الناس أو تعاون معهم أو تشاركية؟
لا ما فهمت سؤالك، شنو تقصد بالكوميونتي؟
يعني احنا مثلا دعونا في معهد البحرين للتدريب متعددي التخصصات نساعدهم في التفكير في تطوير البرامج الهندسية اللي بيقدموها بحيث تكون الايند مع حاجة المجتمع وحاجات السوق في البحرين. هذا هو الكونسبت.
والله لا بالعكس، يعني we do a lot of community service. From any body contact the university directly ولا contact us. فلا بالعكس عندنا very wide collaboration مع كل المؤسسات في البحرين وخارج البحرين.
جميل. في هون شيء دراسة for possible، لا مش سؤال، هو شكر. يعني ما أشوف لغاية الآن أسئلة في الشات كورس. إذا ما عندنا أي أسئلة أو مداخلات، في عندنا مداخلات؟ أوكي.
عندك سؤال بس مهندس على الشات.
في سؤال؟ أوكي.
فيصل تفضل، open the mic.
السلام عليكم. شكرا دكتورة، يعني المحاضرة جدا أو يعني البرزنتيشن جدا قيم، واحنا الآن ممكن انت عارفه ممكن من باب المثال في السعودية عندنا هيوج شيفتنج في الكريكولم، يعني في تغيير المناهج وزي كذا. السؤال اللي انا استفسر فيه، طيب انت دكتورة ضربتي امثله او من باب ناخذ جامعات او سم انترناشونال as a benchmark، اوكي، في وجهة نظرك يعني الى اي درجة البنش مارك الاكسترنال او الانترناشونال would work for us؟ يعني وجهة، يعني احنا نشوف بعض الطرق المناهج ممكن تكون سكسسفل البرنامج حق برا، بس بالنسبة لطلابنا يكون في مشكلة الى حد ما. يعني مثلا من باب المثال بعض الجامعات تتكلم مثلا University of Cork for instance تسوي برنامج الدكتوراه مالهم workshop now is a structure but workshop. احنا اذا سويناه عندنا تقريبا workshop without marking the student wouldn't take it serious يعني. فانا شوي البنش مارك شوي متعبه ان تبقى شيء يناسب لنا احنا يعني المنطقه. هذا رقم واحد. رقم اثنين نقطه تعرضت لها لكن صراحه ما شرحتها كثير، اللي هو مثلا قلتي there is list of indicators to make sure our curriculum now it's work well or not. مع شنو الانديكيتورز؟ يعني وجهه نظرك هل الابد بالحاله هذا كفايه ان احنا مسوين زين؟ اللي اقصده دكتور يعني عذرا على ازعاجك، اللي اقصد هذا يعني احنا ما نلقى ارقام بحد ذاتها. للاسف الارقام احيانا اوكي نجيب رقم نقول والله احنا غيرنا المناهج ونسبه النجاح حق الطلاب زادت وما ادري كيف، لكن نبقى في ارض الواقع، يعني نبقى في ارض الواقع شيء يرتقي ابنه فعليا. يعني شو وجهه نظرك اللي نحتاج دكتوره؟
صراحه يعني اللي شرحته ترى احنا يعني مارين فيه، يعني نفهم ان هاي يعني انت كانه وانت تشرح كان عندك confusion، هل this is good، هل ناخذ وي بنش مارك برامجنا مع برامج في جامعات ثانيه، هل this is good practice. Here I'm not saying ان احنا يعني during البنشمارك ناخذ كل their implementation. We don't do this. البنش مارك معناته ان احنا نتعلم منهم ونشوف هل يناسبنا او ما يناسبنا. وساعات بعد في البنش مارك نشوف how many this implementation is done، يعني كم جامعة عندها هذه الكورس او كم جامعة الستركتشر اوف البروجرام بهذه الصورة. طبعا العملية وايد متعبة، واحنا ما نقول ان مثلا ناخذ كل البراكتس، لا نشوف يناسبنا ناخذه. ما يناسبنا عندنا أسبابنا.
طيب والانديكيتور سمحت لي دكتور، يعني احنا شو الانديكيتور المفروض يكون؟
الانديكيتور صراحة يعني there are too much details في الأبت و there are too much details في internal review يعني اللي في البحرين من ال BQA. طبعا في مثل ما شفت الأبت يعني عشان we got accreditation من الأبت we need to conform with اللي رويتكم إياه اللي هو عدد الكريدت. فمثلا الكريدت للماث and science if it is less than 30 we will not pass for sure. هذه just يعني most important I put it, but there are so many things. بس هو يعني أنا ما أقول إنه هو indicator of success, but this is international accreditation. So if we want our reputation that we are an accredited institute, we need to follow it, really. يعني believe me, sometimes I believe that يعني we need to lower the math and science courses. يعني before 2 years يعني no يعني بالضبط in late 2017 الكرايتيريا مالت الأبت تغيرت. كان النمبر of math and science credit كانوا 32. في نفس الوقت اللي كنا نسوي development حق الكمبيوتر engineering. وصراحة يعني إحنا we would like to put more يعني more courses in our curriculum, بس ما نقدر لأن عندنا 32 كريدت لازم نخليها للماث and science. فيعني هذه تغيير الأبت اللي صار نزل علينا نعمة يعني عشان نشيل math course ونخلي محله الكلاود computing. ف يعني we have restrictions ومثل ما قلت in my conclusion in it is really hard to have workable balance. في النهاية ترى احنا we are balancing نجتمع يعني واحنا نسوي development مجتمعين يمكن كل يوم 4 ساعات. يعني تصوروا اجتمعنا في few months فوق 70 ساعة بس عشان يعني نوازن نشيل كورس ونحط كورس ونغير كونتنت وندمج لأن إحنا we would like to do something إحنا we feel it is good but عندنا limitation من الأبت و limitation من internal interview و limitation from many sides وبعد regarding الانتيك اللي جايين من public school. مثلاً أضرب مثال في الكوريكولم الجديدة اللي سويناها في 2018 we have a new course because of الانتيك. مثلا هم ما عندهم good preparation في الكمبيوتر فإحنا عندنا أول مادة يأخذونها الطلبة هي الديجيتال ديزاين. فإيماجين الطلبة يروحون straight away to digital design course without knowledge of any computer. So we decided to have a level 1 computer technology course, which is 101. And يعني I feel يعني لأن I am teaching this course, I feel إن الكورس يعني وايد سهل. ودائما أسأل الطلبة هل تعرفون ذا المعلومات؟ هل تحسون الكورس سهل؟ يقولوا لي لا يعني أول مرة نسمع هاي المعلومات. So I feel good. مع أنه I feel it is يعني so easy course, but يعني I'm happy that we bridged the gap in knowledge between the public school intake and first course which is the digital design.
دكتورة مشان الله يدل مع الوقت في عندنا سؤال أخير برضو من الأخ شاكر يقول لك is it possible to consider the environment as one of the curricular requirements? الانفايرمنت يعني هل هو يعني في
environmental engineering
الأخ شاكر يعني يوضح إذا المقصود في engineering ولا
إذا تقدر تفتح المايك وتقول لنا شو تقصد بالenvironment. يعني أو الenvironment هو surrounding for sure we take into consideration as I said the university requirement والindustry for sure. human environment is this?
شكرا جزيلا دكتورة. يعني with that we come to the end of our session tonight. يعني سعدنا جدا بمحاضرتك وبحضور الثلة من الزميلات والزملاء، وعلى أمل أن نلقاكم في فعالية أخرى ونشاط آخر. نشكركم جميعا ونستودعكم الله، وشكرا جزيلا. مع السلامة.
شكرا جزيلا، وأتمنى في نهاية المحاضرة أن يعني الستودنت اللي سألوني they found the answers or partially. شكرا جزيلا، شكرا للحضور.
حياكم الله. في أمان.
مع السلامة.